Hello crafty friends, are you like me and have lots of little bits of leftovers lying around from previous card projects? If you are, then this video will hopefully give you an idea or two of what to do with circular leftovers, which is what I have here. So to start today's card, I grabbed my circular leftovers. These are all white cardstock, and I glued some of them together to make double thickness circles because I wanted to do some embossing with an embossing folder once I'd stuck my circles to my card, but I didn't want them to kind of disappear, get smushed into the card panel completely. I wanted texture from the embossing folder and texture from the circles. I wanted the circles to still be a bit proud of the embossed cardstock, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. Once I'd got all my circles stuck together, I decided to add some colour, and I chose some lovely pastel warm colours. I've got spun sugar, dried marigold and scattered straw distress oxide. And on my large circle, I added the spun sugar. I popped my circle on my photopolymer grip mat just to make life easy for me. Wiped the ink pad over the circle to get good coverage straight away, and then blended it out to an even colour with my blending brush. I did exactly the same thing on my middle-sized circles using dried marigold, and again the same thing on my smaller circles using scattered straw. Next, I took a panel of linen textured white card and I used tape runner to stick my colourful circles onto the front of the panel. And I used tape runner because I wanted to put everything through an embossing folder through my die cutting machine, and I thought if I use glue at this stage, the pressure from the die cutting machine may make the glue splurge out from underneath and go all over the front of my card, and I didn't want that. I could have waited till the glue was dry, but the tape runner was a quicker solution. So I put my big pink circle in the middle-ish of the card and then added the other circles around it, tucking them over and under, just creating a kind of abstract pattern of colourful circles. I did snip off the overhang with my scissors and then used that snipped off bit to add some extra partial circles. Once I was happy with the arrangement of my circles, I put the whole panel into this kind of Art Deco floral embossing folder, one of my favourites, and I run it through my die cutting machine. And here it is in all its patterned glory. I really like the way this turned out. I did pop this in my guillotine and trim off all four sides along the line where the embossing pattern finished. And then I added tape runner to the back and popped it on the front of a 4 by 6-ish inch card blank. Because there was already quite a lot of colour and pattern and texture going on the card, all it really needed was a sentiment, but I wanted to make the sentiment a bit of a star of the show. So I took this circular happy birthday die, keeping the circular theme going, cut it from gold foil cardstock, and then added some high-tack white glue to the back using my glue dotter. I then stuck this to a piece of vellum to give it a little bit of something extra behind it. I didn't want to cover up all the pattern and colour. I wanted the recipient to still be able to see everything going on behind the sentiment, but the vellum just helps it separate slightly from the background and be a little bit more prominent. So as I say, I popped my gluey circular sentiment on some vellum, and once it had stuck sufficiently, I cut off the excess vellum using my scissors. To stick my sentiment onto my card, I used high-tack white glue again, and I hid the glue by keeping it behind the gold foiled sentiment and not letting it seep out onto the vellum. So I just dotted that carefully around in some strategic places. And then I placed my sentiment over the pink circle. And of course, I couldn't leave it at that. I had to add some small gold circles as well. I just felt it needed a bit of extra gold and some smaller shapes. So I took my multi-size circle punch and punched some more circles out of the same gold foil cardstock. I then added some dots of matte medium to the front of my card and used my wax tip picker-upper to pick up the gold circles and place them on top of the matte medium. And that was this card finished. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you an idea or two of what you could do with some of your leftover shapes. If it has, I'd love it if you could let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you back here very soon for another video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.